Hi everybody, Nicole from Momtrends, and we're bringing you another Social Media Minute. We are the co-sponsors of the Blogger Lounge at the biggest baby and family show called the New York Baby Show. It's coming up in a few weeks, and we're helping both bloggers and brands prepare for the show in ways that they can engage their audiences, connect with each other, and also develop some amazing content. So we're going to give you a few steps to take before you get to the show to get ready. The first thing you want to do is amp up your social media. You want to make sure that you are ready to go, and here are some tips for that. Before you get to the show, you want to make sure that your profiles are in really good shape. We recommend with just starting with a few. Instagram and Twitter are the two ones that are easiest to get involved with. They're very easy to set up. All you need is an email address. But some of the other things that you're going to have is a nice profile photo. It could be your brand logo. It could be a shot of you. If you're a brand, you're also going to want to have a nice backdrop there that maybe shows an array of the products that you offer, or your products being shot in some fun, unusual way that where the people who are landing on your Twitter page can see what the product's actually all about. Next up, when you're setting up your profile, be it on Instagram or Twitter, or really any of the other social media tools, you're going to want to make sure that you talk about your profile. So the profile is only going to give you just a few characters. It's basically 2 sentences or a really long sentence that's going to tell what you're all about, why somebody would want to follow you or engage with you on social media. So you're going to want to make it pithy. You don't have to have full sentences. You can make it really punchy. You can make it full of character. I don't recommend a whole lot of emoticons. Some people go a little bit bananas with that, but you really want to get to the core of who you are. When I have my profile, some of the first things that I'm going to want to mention is that it's about style. So I list Style Maven on there. I might list Trendsetter on there. And then I'm going to list some of the things that I also like running. I love shoes and I love travel. This way people know what to expect when they land on my page, and they're not going to be surprised when they see a photo of high heels or of sneakers on that page, because I've already explained what the page is about in my profile. Let's give the example of you're a stroller brand and you want people really understanding what your brand is all about, and that your brand is really trying to promote right now families getting up and going on trips and vacationing because you make some great lightweight strollers. What I would suggest is in your profile that you say, stroller brand really involved with active parents. We love to take our products out on the road. And then you're going to have a picture in your backdrop or in your Instagram feed of the stroller, or maybe some young family that's active and out there with your strollers doing something fun and creative. So make sure that when you set up this profile, somebody who lands there, they're only going to have a few seconds to make a decision whether they want to follow you or follow someone else or just get off Instagram or Twitter altogether. So you've only got a few seconds to help them make that decision. So make sure it's really clear what your brand is about and why somebody would want to follow along. So as I said, the 2 easiest ones to set up and get up and running are Instagram and Twitter. Those really you can do in just a few minutes. The ones that are a little bit more complicated are Facebook. Facebook's got a lot more bells and whistles. There's a little bit more engagement that can be had there, which is exciting, but you're probably going to want to have somebody do a little bit of research about Facebook before you get that page set up. And you might have somebody on your team just dedicated to this aspect of social media. If you're going to a new event and you only have a little bit of time, I recommend just getting those first 2 things set up, and then when you can analyze things a little bit more, maybe get your Facebook set up, and then the third tier would be Pinterest and also YouTube. Those are going to require a little bit more of professional photography or hiring a videographer to get some of those professional videos that people are going to want to engage with. So they're kind of tiered. You've got your Instagram and Twitter, then you've got your Facebook, and then below that would be YouTube and Pinterest. Before you're going to that big event, that big expo, or maybe you're going to a big conference, you're going to want to start getting some content on your social media pages so people can see what you're all about when they first go check out your profiles. You're going to want to have great pictures. This holds true for both Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of them. So you may take 25, 30 pictures before you actually post the one thing that you love. Don't be happy with good enough, especially when you're getting started, because you're not going to have a whole lot of things for people to see on your page. So make sure that you really love all of the images that you post. Play with lighting, play with the filters, see what other people are doing. Start following other people and see which of their posts get the most likes, get the most engagement from their followers. If you're a brand, follow a brand that is already doing it really well. You're going to, of course, want to tweak it in your own style, but see what they're doing, see what kind of hashtags they're using to get people engaged with their pages. Now it's time to start posting. You don't want to go too bananas, especially when it comes to Instagram. 1 or 2 shots a day on Instagram is more than enough. And also don't shoot the same thing again and again and again. So we're talking about that stroller brand again. It's great to do a lovely product shot of your stroller, but then why not show a farmer's market and a family maybe selecting some fresh fruits and vegetables from that farmer's market, that they're telling the story about taking the stroller and taking it out into the world. So you don't want stroller, stroller, stroller. You're going to want to have some lifestyle images in there as well. And if you're a blogger, it's great to have selfies. We all love them, but it's also nice to show some different things. Maybe you're a total coffee lover and you just mix the perfect brew and you've got some fresh steam coming off of that. We'll take a picture of that, style it maybe next to your laptop with your pen and paper, or maybe you're somebody who loves shoes or handbags. So don't just do the selfie, really focus on small details, accessories as well, because those are going to be interesting shots. And don't forget about landscapes. They're super fun and they're also great to tell people where you are and what you're doing. You've got those first couple posts ready to go and you put them up there. Don't forget to hashtag them. Whether you're a brand or a blog, this is a way to find followers who are kindred spirits of yours. I have a rule of thumb on Twitter, maybe 1 or 2 hashtags at the most, because you've only got 140 characters. On Instagram, you can go with a little bit more. I've seen people go as many as 15 hashtags. They may be getting a little bit carried away, but I highly recommend 3 or 4 hashtags per photo. I usually put them at the end, so we have a little conversation about what's going on at the top of Instagram, and at the bottom you give them a little frame of reference with your hashtags. You can talk about the city you're in, what you're doing. You can talk about, if it's an outfit, you can use OOTD, which is outfit of the day, or WIW, which is what I wore. There's Throwback Thursday. There's a lot of other things where you can follow along and find a conversation around something that you're passionate about, that you're interested in. That's what the hashtags are all about. So be sure to use them, don't abuse them. All right, so you know how to hashtag, you know how to create great content, you've got your profile set up, and now it is the time for the big event. To get ready for it, if you're a brand, one of the things that I recommend is have something going on, such as a contest at an expo or at a conference. And what you would say is stop by our booth, take a photo with our stroller, or say you're making smoothies, take a picture with the smoothie that you made and post it on Instagram or Twitter for a chance to win. You will be amazed how many people want to win a stroller or a smoothie, an experience, what have you. But make sure you've got this all set up. You're going to want to look at the Instagram rules and the general contest rules as well, and make sure that you've got that all written into the information when you post about your contest or giveaway. And then probably at your booth, you're going to want to have it all printed out as well, so people can take a look at it and make it very easy to understand. So the gist is, they post your stuff, you get credit for it, you get new followers, and they get good content if you do it right. So if you've got a fun backdrop in your booth, or you've got some really cool things that they can play with in a picture, say it's some new kids' toys or a new baby carrier, and you've got a stunt baby there, these are ways to get people to engage, and they're going to want to take these photos. Hooray for you, you've done it all right. You've got the contest up, your profile is great. You have created some amazing content. Now here is the last trick, and this is where a lot of brands and bloggers fall short. They don't engage. It's like going to the cocktail party that you've been invited to and you only talk about yourself the whole time. Like, oh, I'm so fabulous, look at me, I've been here, I've been there. Don't forget to ask other people about them, or thank them, or talk about things that they're interested in. Make sure when somebody likes your photo, or they leave a comment on Instagram, or they talk to you on Twitter, that you reply back. So many brands fall short of this. You can see their feed, it's all about them, pushing out links, things that they're doing. And that is just a way to have a one-way conversation. You're not going to get brand loyalists. You're not going to get people really excited about what you're creating on social media. So make sure that you have a back and forth conversation, and make sure that you follow everybody who comes to your booth. If they swing by and they say, oh, I really love your brand, I'm a brand fan, and they post a photo, make sure you follow them. You're going to be getting great research by looking at their Instagram, seeing what else they're doing, what else other brands they're engaging with. By having that relationship, following them on Instagram, following them on Twitter, and actually listening to what they're doing, you're getting invaluable market research. Whether you're a brand who's been doing this for years, a blogger who's just getting started, I hope you find these tips helpful for engaging your readers, building up your brand, building up your engagement, and really creating meaningful conversations on social media. Stop by and see me at the Blogger Lounge at the New York Baby Show, and be sure to follow us on YouTube for more social media tips.